Welcome to Podcapers, the official podcast for a place to hang your cape. And this week, we need this right now. We all just need this. We're talking about steel! Cue the music! Hello there, capers, and as I said, welcome to Podcapers, the official podcast for a place to hang your cape. My name is Scott James Merridew, and this is a show where we talk about various geek and nerd-related topics, and I'm joined each week by a very special different guest. Joining me for this latest audio commentary is Lindiwe Ngwevela.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, Lindy. So great to hear back from you. Now, we're going to get into the audio commentary of Steel in just a moment. Before we do, a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, I want to start off with an apology, capers, for the last episode where I ran out screaming. If you listen to our latest Halloween special, you will understand why. I go through trauma this time of year. That aside, I want to talk about something a bit more serious. Now, at time of recording, we're recording on Tuesday, which is, I believe, the day of the US election. It is also 2 days before Britain goes into its second national lockdown. And so I just want to take this opportunity to say to my American audience, it's too late for me to tell you to register to vote and go out and vote. If you've registered to vote, you've already done that. If you're going to vote, you've already done that. And I don't believe I have the right to tell you how to vote, even if I did. All I will say is this. Even if I don't have the right, I'm going to tell you anyway. Please don't vote for the fascist. Please don't do that. Like I know I'm listened to by good people. I know that. And I know no one's going to vote for this horrible person that is Trump and his cohort of corrupt, child-separating, fascistic, budding authoritarian douchebags. I know that's not going to happen, and even if I thought that were the case, it's too late for me to do that at time of recording. By the time this episode comes out, we will probably know the results of the election. All I will say is this. If Biden gets elected, and I really hope he does, that is not the end of it. There is still a lot of work to be done by both, the Democrats, politicians in general, and also you, the voters. Because what you don't want, voters of America, is to have another situation like you did with Obama, where he was in charge, but there was a Republican Senator, Congress, whatever it was, that wouldn't let him do anything. Because that, in part, led to the situation we have now. But let's say worst case scenario, and it's Trump again. And I'm not going to dismiss that as a real possibility because he's worked very hard and his cohorts worked very hard to try and steal this election or even just win it. And so I will say if he does win, that is not the end either. I know these last 4 years have been so long and so frustrating. And people, unfortunately, have suffered under him. But it's not the end. There is still things you can do. You can always resist. You can always fight back for change, for hope, for equality, and for a much better democracy. And because here's the thing, America is no different democratically from any other country. You may have different ways of doing it, but it's not something that you can just lie back and just enjoy. It's something you have to be active in. And I know so many of you are. I don't want to be the foreigner who comes in and tells you how to run your country. But here's the thing. Your actions in your country affect other countries. It's including mine. And so it's up to you, Americans, to not so much lead the world, but be a great example. And I know you can do it no matter what happens. As long as you don't give in to fear, you don't give in to hatred, and you become active participants in the great American experiment. I believe in you, okay? No matter what happens, even if something bad happens, that does not mean that it's all over. So I just wanted to say that. Now, for my British audience, I know how tough the last national lockdown was, because I went through that with you. And so this is something I do actually have experience in. So, and I know none of us want to go back down into another national lockdown, especially even if it's just for 1 month, which is looking to be like, or possibly even longer. It's looking more and more likely like we will spend Christmas in lockdown. That's not fun. What's even less fun is the NHS getting overwhelmed by people suffering from COVID, being hooked on ventilators, they themselves being exposed to it, and the center point of our national infrastructure that has been present and prevalent and necessary to our society since the 1940s crumbling under the sheer weight. So, I know I'm listening to by good people, and I know people are going to obey the rules of lockdown and not take any unnecessary risks for both themselves and the people around them. But there are, it's easy for us to make fun of the Americans and how they handle lockdown, but it's important for us to look inwards as well. We have to really, really, really not be stupid.
Mm.
And I know it's hard. I know it means we're going to have to give up so many things that we're accustomed to, that we take for granted, and that we don't want to give up. But because it's easy for me, because I'm basically a shut-in who's actually doing pretty well. I'm staying with my parents right now. The reason why I moved in with them in the first place was to look after my dad right before the lockdown started. Thankfully, now my dad is okay now, and I'm living a fairly cushy life, and it's not the same for everyone. Some people are really, really struggling. It doesn't help when fucking Tory MPs vote to not give free school meals to some of our most vulnerable children, and it's all up to this random footballer, Marcus Rashford, to try and help them. We relied on them to help our most vulnerable, and they said, no thanks, we'd rather repaint the PM's fucking plane, which can't even go anywhere thanks to COVID. I didn't want to start this by bringing everyone down, but it's worth saying that this is not just the fault of politicians, although it very much is their fault. It's also up to us, the individual.
Absolutely.
No snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible. But we are responsible. So please, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and take care of the people who can't take care of themselves, especially. And to help us all through this, Lindy and I are going to make fun of a really silly film. And we're going to have a lot of fun, okay? Lindy, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, as last time, Capers, we are going to count down from 3 to 1. And on 1, not before 1, not after 1, we are all going to hit play. And we're going to watch Steel together. And we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Okay, so
Yay.
Lindy, are you ready?
Yep, I've got my finger on the button.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Warner Brothers, a name that will never, ever be associated with anything bad. Ever. Harry Potter. I mean, Harry Potter and DC superheroes are basically their money-making machine.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, they just
This
come
is
out
what they
with
had.
movie after movie. Shaquille O'Neal. Every time I think of Shaq, I think of that video where he does the shimmy.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a 90s soundtrack, but it's kind of like, it's something like you would expect from a Rocky film.
True story. Oh my gosh. I always feel ancient when I see movies like this.
It's
Hill
this came out
Harper,
in
that's the guy.
1997, but it's very 80s.
Hill Harper's the guy who plays Sheldon Hawks in CSI New York, right?
I'll take your word for it, man. I don't watch any of the CSIs.
Ah, no.
Because I'm not fucking 60, Lindy.
I am, okay?
You're like 1 year older than me. Calm down.
I know, but I'm an ancient person on the inside.
I wouldn't know what that's like. Thank you, Greg Canham, for that unbelievably unwieldy monstrosity that Shaquille O'Neal wears in this movie. Thank you. Okay, this is getting kind of boring. Like, the theme song is epic, but we're just like seeing, like, you know, those old steel mill ads, like, Here at McGregor's Steel Mill, we don't just like steel, we love it. Like, it's that kind of thing.
It's true. It looks like it should be an advert for like some kind of ad campaign, like we're all about real workers.
We're not gay at all. Oh, Kenneth Johnson, you magnificent genius!
Oh goodness.
Ah,
And then just silence, serenity.
the rainforest. Peaceful, serene. Uh-oh, there's a bit
And
of smoke.
steamy.
Or was that mist?
I'm not entirely sure. Oh snap.
It's a 90s movie and trees are getting toned down. It must be the bad guys.
Is that a whole tank just rolling through the woods?
Well, that's some high-tech 90s
You
military gear right
know?
there.
Very intimidating. What was it with 90s movies and lasers?
I don't know. It was for kids, so they couldn't do guns, so they just do, like, high-frequency lasers.
I guess so.
Why did they put real people inside the tank they were shooting at if it's just a test?
I have no idea. Oh,
And there he is.
So, a few years after this, Annabeth Gish was actually on The X Files, and that's how I sort of came to know her.
Okay, so that's another one of those things that I've never really seen.
Oh,
Oh,
you
because it
know
annoys
nothing.
me. It annoys me because it's like Scully's like, "Oh, Mulder, aliens aren't real," and he's like, "Yeah, they are real. I saw them. Look, they're over there." And Scully's just distracted by something shiny in the corner, and it's like, "Oh, I guess we'll never know." Like, if you're going to keep things ambiguous, keep things ambiguous. Don't show us the alien thing and then make sure that none of the main characters ever actually see it.
It's true. She was just
Oh God, he's
every
got
episode
crazy
she was always
eyes.
rolling her eyes at him.
Okay, that's cool. Could you blink? Could you please
It's
blink?
so creepy.
Excuse me, your name
Jesus.
is Bender, I think you'll find.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because that's the guy from Breakfast Club.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The one who played the goth kid?
No, the guy, Judd Nelson, played
Oh.
Bender from, like, Eat My Shorts. In fairness, he's doing better in this movie than, what's-her-face? Molly Ringwald.
Yeah.
Is it ages related? I'll be in it, because I'm Molly Ringwald.
That movie 16 Candles was all kinds of messed up.
Again, I still haven't seen it. It's on my list. I'm
Oh,
gonna see it.
there it is.
Oh, he's Steel, but his real name is Irons. Uh-oh, red light. That can't be good.
Okay, that little smirk from that guy was weird.
Because sonic waves can rebound like that.
They just ricochet off her shit. Oh my god, Annabeth Gish, watch out!
Fun fact, there's no slow-mo here. He's just moving really
He's
slowly.
just moving real slow. What the fuck?
It only gets sillier from here.
So much
Okay, we know you've got
debris.
great dental worth, Shaquille O'Neal. Don't show it all your teeth at once.
Oh my god. Oh no. For him.
Super duper intense. Wait a minute. So this is a military tribunal
It's
where
I
the
think
bad
it's
guy is actually getting what he deserves, and the good guy isn't getting blamed for it.
interessante. Oh my god, he's like 7 feet tall.
He's actually giant. I mean, it's not like I killed a senator and crippled a fellow soldier. I'm blameless in this.
I mean, I just have a black eye. That other chick is never gonna walk again, but I'm the real victim here.
And yet he's still only like dishonorably discharged from the military. That's it. No criminal charges.
Nothing, yeah.
New and exciting ways to kill people.
There's always some angry old guy who's been in the army way too long and just needs to retire now.
I will give credit to Shaquille O'Neal. He does try. He doesn't phone it in. It's weird and it's a little wooden stilt in places, but he is trying. And I think that's part of what makes this movie not work, but bearable, you know?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like he's got that cheesy little grin and he's clearly happy to see her.
Aw, and he's gotten her flowers.
Aww.
Every time I see him holding something, I just think his hands are enormous. Like, I have a cousin who's kind of like Shaquille O'Neal, like a very tall, very broad guy. And it's just everything always looks like it's a miniature version, like a toy version of itself whenever he's holding stuff.
I'm going to be real annoying and cloying with the amount of time I'm going to spend here. Well, how else are we going to know if they're in the inner city if we didn't have this music?
Just bust the move. Oh, man. Those are good times. I mean, weird times, but still fun times. Oh my god, he's taller than the fence.
He's taller than everything. Uh-oh, Shaquille O'Neal's got a basketball. What could happen here?
You know, Shaquille
Oh, he
O'Neal.
missed.
How did you miss Shaq?
Okay, that was funny. That was
It
clever.
was. Shaquille O'Neal seems like the kind of guy who, like, at some point in high school, he just had like a massive growth spurt where like school ended for the year and then he comes back after the summer and he's like a whole foot taller than he was before summer vacation. You know what I'm saying?
That happened a lot actually in my school, myself included. Just a bunch of people just like sprouted and suddenly were taller than the teachers. It's like,
Yeah.
well, the balance of power has shifted a little bit, eh, Mrs. McCready?
It was like the weirdest thing. I remember there was this one kid, both of his parents were very tall. So when he grew like 3 inches in 7 weeks, and we were like, God damn, who, what did you eat?
It, it annoyed the heck out of my parents because it means like every 8 months or so they had to buy me a new school uniform.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, just like having to buy you a new pair of shoes, like all the time.
Mm.
But then it was also weird with the girls. Like, one minute you're flat chested, and then boom, you come back and you've got like these giant boobs. And it's like suddenly all these girls are now women. It was just, high school was weird.
I mean, see, this is what I love about like films of this time. Every time they're set in places like this in America, you always see people playing basketball, people skateboarding, people doing the skipping rope stuff. And
Yeah,
it's so weird for me because growing up in England, I lived in lots of different places in England and Scotland, but we never had stuff like that, not once. It's
really. No, I
yeah.
mean,
I always
because
kind of wanted to live in places like this because they seem so sunny and bright and fun.
actually they are. I mean, it's really I don't know. There's something about the sort of urban experience in the United States where this is so normal,
And then
and
there's the house that their littles live in.
the lampies.
Hey, we're not talking about the lamp. Now, this character is called Grandma, and she is the nucleus of the entire movie. Do you know why?
Why?
Because she's trying to make a souffle.
A souffle?
That's it.
There's always like a big mama character every time there's an African American family.
Hmm. I mean, we got lucky because this one's actually played by a real woman.
Yeah, right?
Now, what's Gordon Ramsay gonna think of me?
Have you seen that video that somebody made of like imagine what like Gordon Ramsay was like as a child?
No, but I bet it's amazing.
It's this little boy and like he's always like criticizing his parents cooking and he's like fuck me, how am I supposed to eat this shit? But he's like 10 and I'm like oh my god.
You call this bangers and mash? Oh, shut up, better bangers and mash than this, mum.
Oh my god, it was like it was intense and it was hilarious.
I love her. And that's another thing about movies like this. There's always a younger kid who's like, he needs to buckle down and be serious about school, but will he fall in with a bad crowd?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, in these movies, families are always being raised by grandmothers as well.
Hmm. That would be a very different experience with me and my grandmother. Oh my god, he's Tony Stark before Tony Stark.
Oh, she reminds me of my grandma.
So he goes from being a military contractor slash soldier to working in a, well, again, a steel mill.
Just yeah, he
Oh,
just
come on. That is not really? Really? They're not wearing any safety equipment apart from helmets.
like they're not like are they even wearing the right shoes? Like nothing, nothing.
They're wearing open toed sandals.
Oh my gosh. You couldn't even go into a restaurant kitchen dressed like that. Look at her shoes.
Yeah, that's the other thing that movies like this taught me is that cities in America are full of RPGs, miniguns, AK-47s,
Oh my gosh.
Uzis.
You know, but you know something though? Americans are crazy about their guns.
I am aware, trust me. It's a giant Han Solo gun.
Oh my lord. This woman always plays some kind of a villainous character in everything I see her in. Jesus.
Oh
It blew
no,
up
he's
in
got a
his.
serious burn. I'm going to treat this like a mildly stubbed toe.
Oh my god.
This is the thing about this movie. Its tone is sort of all over the place because people are getting horrific injuries, but also like
And then he picks it back up. He's looking right down it. I mean, dude.
then maybe I can finally afford a decent haircut.
Like, how are they handling all of these weapons? Like, oh my gosh.
Like maybe we shouldn't be poking too hard at the logic of steel, but on the
Yeah,
other hand, it's fun, so who cares?
exactly.
I bet he's gonna do something evil.
Oh shit. They always look at each other knowingly. Holy smokes.
I'd like to point out that he's infiltrated this arms smuggling ring, he's killed someone who's probably a rival for him, and meanwhile, Shaquille O'Neal has just unpacked. That's
And
all.
he's already working at the steel mill. Yeah, men in the 90s were also like obsessed with the whole single earring thing.
Well, hey, I think you'll find Harrison Ford is trying to keep that tradition alive and well. I'm sorry, who are you?
Just out of nowhere.
Ah, the 90s, where saying whack unironically was considered cool.
Oh god.
What else? Is it jive? Is it jiggy? Is it fresh?
Is it fly?
Oh, of course. Better be fly, otherwise I'm just gonna leave.
I mean, seriously, it's not worth it if it's not fly.
That's another thing. In cities
Crumpy
like this,
ink.
what causes all that steam?
You know, I mean, no, you know what they have? They have those little street grates that open up to like the sewers and shit.
Where the Ninja Turtles live. Gotcha. I was about to make a joke about militarized vehicles in American cities, but that's just the world we live in now.
Oh yeah. Like what? And then there's just a whole bunch of embers everywhere.
What was explosive in that building? Like, it was just a sonic wave. What exploded? Hey, Dave, watch. I'm gonna draw a cock and balls.
Oh god, now I want him to.
Guys, only one of you needs to say move, move. You don't all need to shout it at once.
These movies always make bank robberies look so easy.
Well, it helps when the safe doors are made out of just really thick plastic.
Just lightweight stuff. So what? He's just like on a ride along with a random cop.
I guess so. I was too busy making fun of grandmother to notice what the plot was.
Is it like an ethical concern that she is driving like this kid into a dangerous situation?
I mean, American police, you know? For them, no. For everyone else in the world, yes, yes,
Like,
yes.
there's a child in the car. Get him out of there.
Sir, they appear to be shooting lasers at us. Request backup from Voltron.
What?
What are you gonna do, Shaquille O'Neal?
You know?
Are you gonna dunk them? What?
Like, no
And the kid's running
armor.
too.
Oh my lord.
The police officer is doing nothing to stop the kid from running.
Like, why is there a child going into this situation?
Well, that's 2 dead female friends of yours, Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, the previous one didn't die either, but you know.
But she'll never recover.
Oh, yeah. I guess they just left him.
And they love knocking over fire hydrants. Have you ever noticed they have a thing for fire hydrants?
Fire hydrants, fruit stands.
Right? And then, of course, boom.
Will I be able to still play the piano? Uh-oh, Shaquille O'Neal's got his game face on.
Oh,
Shack attack,
shit.
motherfuckers.
Ah, snap.
He's
Oh, God.
gently jogging, but he's not going to lose him.
My gosh.
This is the least tense chase scene I've ever seen.
You know, there's like no real sense of urgency. And then, of course, Shaq is gonna like, yeah. What's the
Yeah,
point
sure.
of being a giant if you can't tear shit up?
I'm choosing to ignore the fact that you clearly have a gun and just ask you to leave.
What? You just like threw him at a train car?
Oh crap, he's going to go the way of a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Shit. Bruv.
Oh no, the chase is still going on.
How is he still there?
Okay, so we've gone from very 90s music to very 70s music. It's a bit of a switch.
This is very Shaft.
Who's the man who's 8 feet tall and knows how to get all the kids running away with high-tech guns?
Shaft!
No, Shaq, not Shaft.
Shaq! Can you dig it?
Can I dig what?
Because you know how they say it in that song? He's one bad mother, shut your mouth.
I'll take your word for it.
How old is this bank robber?
Well, it's a 90s movie, so I'm guessing 14. Okay, so let's rate them. Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, acting ability.
Let's see. Well, I mean, who was the one who was in Sinbad? Was it Shaq?
Sinbad?
Yeah. Because there's this one. And so
Are
this
you
kid
thinking
is
of Shazam? No,
just
Kazam.
Shazam. Oh, was it Kazam?
No. Okay, so I can't believe I have to explain this. Oh, shit.
Oh!
Briefly, I'm going to explain this yet again. There's this movie called Kazam featuring Shaquille O'Neal. There is also not a movie called Shazam, which supposedly has a similar plot, featuring the American comedian Sinbad. That movie does not exist, though. So
yeah, apparently, there's this phenomenon called the Mandela effect.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I can't possibly get him now. There's only the exact same number of obstacles that was between me and him earlier. Where did he come from?
What the what?
It was in my Happy Meal.
I found it. What the what?
People just teleport in this movie now.
Oh my
Don't make me talk
gosh.
to you through my eye patch.
Where do these bad guys lose their eyes?
You know what? I'm just gonna call it right now. That's young Nick Fury before he joined Shield and was running wild.
This guy.
So Shaquille O'Neal thinks that acting tough and angry is just talking through his teeth. I had it in my hand, sir.
Nothing says I'm pissed off like gritted teeth, I guess.
That would imply that the American military is incompetent in somehow.
Because everybody knows the NSA never does anything wrong.
Uh,
Holy shit!
I think I'll go buy a mobile phone.
Oh yeah, another one about the 90s, Buck Wild.
You reckon there was a person called Buck Wild? First name Buck, last name Wild. He'd have done well. He'd have cleaned up in the 90s. I'm sorry, what is young Nick Fury wearing?
Oh my goodness gracious.
Is that BDSM gear? Shall I be uncomfortable? I don't
My
know.
favorite kind. Should I be calling him sir?
I don't know. He doesn't even have to say excuse me. People just part for him.
My God. Hill Harper.
You know, if I was him and I was staring up at Shaquille O'Neal, I would not be so flippant. I'd be fucking terrified.
I would be quaking in my boots.
He could tear your head off like a basketball and dunk with it. Is he giving him the finger? I can't tell from this angle.
It's so weird to see him like being a bad guy because he plays this like nerdy CSI who like never raises his voice on CSI New York, and now he's like pointing a gun at Shaq.
Why are so many people in this movie end up on CSI New York? That's so specific out of all the CSIs.
Out of all the CSIs.
Not even CSI Miami. Oh.
Oh. Wow.
That guy wasn't doing anything. He was just walking through the street.
Why are you mad? Damn.
Wait, so his name is Slash? So we've got Slash and Shaq in the same movie together. That's just great.
Oh, cell phones in the 90s.
I miss flip phones. I'm just going to say it.
Me too. I had one. It was a tiny little silver thing. And I thought I was the bomb.
Excuse me, I have to take this call. Flip. Hello.
And then when you pull up the little antenna.
I gotta get me all my satellite bandwidth.
Oh, child. We were so important.
Her hair isn't even tied up.
You know? No goggles, no nothing.
I'm sorry, we appear to have stumbled into a 90s sitcom opening.
I mean, like, seriously. I mean, this just goes to show that, like, women in, these movies were simply ornamental.
Yeah. Well, you say that. There is one female character, aside from Grandma, that does kind of stand out. And it's this character that we're about to see, Sparks.
Oh,
though she is right now staring out of a window, sort of undermining my point. You made me look bad, Sparks! What, you think the American government is going to spend money on disabled veterans? What are you smoking?
Yeah, right.
We're taking a lot of easy shots of the American military-industrial complex, and we're going to keep on making them. So,
Well, they make it so easy.
yeah.
Mm. The weird thing about Shaq is like he is the definition of a gentle giant
Hmm.
in that he's very soft spoken, which sort of offsets how imposing his image is.
Yeah, and it
Like
makes scenes like
secretly.
this
Mhm.
work, but not the gritted teeth, tell me where the guns are work.
No, no.
Hey, it's the 90s. We're getting serious about ramps now. Don't make me go all Lieutenant Dan on your ass. Oh,
Yeah, what? God damn.
you know, Shaq, you could have just opened them. Because that's expensive, and you already said that people don't spend a lot of money in these
You
places.
know?
Feels like you're hurting more than you're helping.
That was like we're looking for solutions here, Shaq.
Okay, I guess we're kidnapping this girl now.
These names, Irons, Sparks.
Yay! He's taking that person that doesn't want to leave a
Kidnapping!
wait, and we don't know where.
Woo!
And
Non-consent.
there's a dog now because 90s.
A dog named Lily. They always find like junkyard dogs that are exceptionally clean,
Yeah.
given their circumstances.
Well, the junkyards themselves are exceptionally clean.
Everything is so organized. Wow.
Yay.
He really souped the place up.
I'm pretty sure that was not what you were doing in the army. Very different. You
That's
know,
kind
there was the chain of command, there was the Geneva Convention, lots of things. So remember how we were talking about Shaft earlier?
yes.
Richard Roundtree, aka Shaft.
There he is. Everybody just calls me Uncle Joe.
I found it in a dumpster outside Apple Incorporated.
Just fell off the back of a truck.
Crime's okay when we do it. Well, she was easily convinced.
All of these weird gizmos that look almost kind of like anthropomorphic, but still really creepy.
Okay, what's the point of that chain? What's it doing? Is it lowering that thing? What's the...
Is it even really moving?
I don't know.
There's
Well,
always that
that is one
wise,
sexy motherboard.
you know, there's always that wise older character who sees a budding romance before the two people involved even notice that there's chemistry there or whatever.
I mean, in fairness, I didn't really notice that because I'm distracted by the Batman Forever arcade games. Who would even? Who would spend money on that, either making the game or playing it?
Or playing it. The man. Ah! Be careful, Annabeth Gish.
No, I want this to be as humiliating for her as possible.
Oh no. Oh no. Poor Annabeth Gish.
Again, people are actually trying in this. It makes it a very weird film to watch. You would think that would make it better, and it kind of does, but
It
it
still makes it really awkward.
it does just a little bit. But you kind of don't fault them for trying.
You can do it, Annabeth Gish.
I mean, you're a soldier, you kind of lost that much muscle mass. This really shouldn't be too difficult. Like, most of it should be awkward and weird.
How long was she in the hospital for
I don't know.
before
I mean,
Shaq
admittedly, I have
kidnapped
no
her?
knowledge of the difficulties that paraplegic people face, so maybe I should just shut my fucking mouth, but
Well, I mean, when you're not used to carrying what is essentially dead weight from the waist down,
hmm.
like your arms are not really toned enough to work those kinds of muscles.
Again, this isn't a movie called Steel. This, I'm blessed. You mean you can make fun of this movie we like, but you can't hate it. You just
No,
can't.
you
It's
can't.
impossible.
And also, everyone in it is so damn lovable. Like, you can't, you know, I mean, in the main cast.
I mean, that's he's got that tattoo, the
I just,
Superman tattoo. That's a
yeah.
reference to the original character from the comics, John Henry Irons, who was a big Superman fan and became Steel, the superhero, after the supposed death of Superman, and that's how the character.
Oh.
Because Man of Steel, Steel.
Right.
It's actually quite a good reference. Phone home. That's in there.
That was like the creepiest movie of all time.
Actually, we're planning on making springy moon boots.
Ooh.
Oh, is this going to be a running joke? He can't land basketball shots because it's funny the first time, but now it's starting to get a bit old.
Oh God. Look at that weird face.
It is weird. I prefer like the junkyard from Iron Giant. That looked kind of cool. This is just weird.
Yeah. Oh God.
Again, this is something I don't really blame the movie for, but like the kid's obsession with money is very, at least to me, an outsider, very endemic of American society. This sort of money hungry,
Oh,
desperate for cash sort of mentality.
absolutely. No, it's really crazy. I mean, I think also because of this weird celebrity culture,
Hmm.
like it always just seems like wealthy people, famous people seem happier when they're not.
All the soap operas and all the big teen dramas are about the rich and powerful,
Mm.
Dallas,
And I
OC,
mean,
Riverdale.
and also, I mean, I just think of movies like Clueless, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like Alicia Silverstone and Stacey Dash just seem to have everything together when really they kind of don't.
And yet they always try to also present this mentality of the underdog, the hardworking working class person who wins the
Mm.
day against the uber rich elite. It's very contradictory.
Yeah, it is.
Steel! I like how he's only been back in town for like a week and he's decided, well, I'm going to have to be a superhero. We're going to
Ooh,
make it happen. I don't know.
go on.
There was a much less awkward way to do that. Oh yeah, so in the 90s, they have earpieces that fit directly in your ear that have perfect sound and sound great and have great connection and everything. It's not like, again, we had flip phones.
Holy smokes.
I don't need to see
Oh
his teeth up
gosh.
close.
Holy smokes.
Boo. Now that was painful.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh god. Now, Lindy, I want you to brace yourself because in a minute, Shaquille O'Neal is going to look really stupid, but he's not going to know that he looks really stupid. So just brace yourself, okay?
Okay.
No, Shaq, don't put that on it. Don't put it on yet. Ah!
Oh my god.
This isn't as dramatic a moment as you think it is. Oh, we're two posh people on our way back from. Oh no, a mugger!
Oh no.
Who will take care of our 8-year-old son, Bruce? Oh god, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes!
Oh my
Oh
god.
god, yes. Oh my
Oh my god.
god!
Oh my god.
He looks so stupid.
He looks like some weird mix between RoboCop and Batman.
He looks like the Mark 1 version of Iron Man's armor if Tony Stark wasn't that good at metalwork.
That hammer is insane. I'm sorry, but like, what?
Take whatever you want. We don't have any more money, but we'll give you our lives, I promise.
Oh my god.
Uh
What?
that's not that's not a very dramatic exit,
You
Shaq.
know? That's a hardly intimidating.
It's almost like metal doesn't really breathe as a material, you know?
It's almost as if people weren't meant to carry around, scores, if not even hundreds of pounds of steel on our bodies.
I know. Why is there all that water?
I hope he dries it off thoroughly, or else it might rust.
Ah.
What the?
Are they making a reboot of RoboCop? What's going on?
Damn, homie.
Smoke you like a blunt. Was this for kids? I don't. What's the
Oh,
demographic for this movie?
oh my God. Ain't he worried about getting shot in the face?
Like, there's a lot of his lower head that is exposed. Like, one errant shot.
Seriously. Like his
Is he
neck
wearing
is
a Michael
exposed.
Jackson glove on his hands?
Ah.
It's not a whittle hammer, it's a fucking big hammer.
Bruh,
They
that
do
thing
an
is a
awful-
mallet.
Oh no. It's a gun. Never mind.
Oh,
Oh, boo. Well, they're dead.
scheisse.
Yep, spine's completely severed. Just like, at most, best case scenario, never gonna walk again.
You know? Do you know how hard it is to go through a windshield? You don't just get up from that.
Because that's how electromagnets work.
Like, did you see the trash can lid?
Thank God he's not walking by anyone with, like, an artificial limb or something.
Oh
Because
my God. Could you imagine, like, if somebody had, like a steel hip or something?
or even just like an earring.
Dude.
He's made out of solid metal and I have a plank of wood for some reason. I think the money's on me.
And in the 90s, like people still got metal fillings at the dentist and stuff. Could you
Oh,
imagine?
oh God. Well, gee, how's John gonna get his way out of this one?
Oh my God, no. Of course.
Look out! He's slowly getting away!
Oh my God.
Okay, Steve, you gotta learn when and where to make jokes, okay? We're on the job now. Professionalism. Come on. I mean, that thing looks so clunky and unwieldy. It must have been, even for Shaq, it must have been just a nightmare to walk at. I don't know how he's even jogging, although in fairness, that is his speed when he isn't wearing the armor.
Exactly.
Crap, I did not think this through.
I mean,
Big
that
time.
thing on his face looks so uncomfortable. Oh my Lord.
Also, common sense says it's too far.
75 pounds of armor.
Well, we did tell you.
That is like the weight of a 9-year-old child.
A husky 9-year-old child. Oh god, the grimace on his face.
My lord.
And they managed to get up on the roof. So
So quickly.
that wasn't part of the
And then
script,
a
folks.
piece
That
of
was just his armor being shoddily put together, and they just went with it.
what?
Well, he's dead. Wait, why
Oh
didn't you just use that bit
no!
down from the previous? I don't know.
What? Oh, oh my lord! Of course, he's just gonna get up.
Oh no, writers, no, never say that again.
Just a little trash.
Okay, so let's see. You solved 2 crimes, okay, and nearly wrecked the armor, and still getting chased by the police. So,
How many cop cars are coming after
oh,
him?
the motorcycle was right there. Thank God. He looks so stupid on it.
Like what the? Oh my god!
Now, see, this terrific chase scene would not ever be topped until the Venom movie. It's
And
true.
you know, and the cops are still hot on his trail.
I don't think they're hot on his trail. They're on his trail, but nothing about this is hot. It's lukewarm at best.
Oh no.
Okay. Just a simple tap of the computer's enough to turn the power back on. Don't even want to check the fuse box, Richard Roundtree. Oh, and now she's hacking city infrastructure. That's not actually legal. That could cause a crash. You
That's
could
not
cause
dangerous.
severe
No.
property and person damage.
You know?
Oh,
That's
and you just need to
totally
press
safe.
enter. That's it. One key press.
Jeez Louise. Seriously?
Hee hee, I nearly caused death.
Just the reckless disregard for public safety in superhero movies is always like insane to me.
Okay, he's officially spent more time trying to run away from the police than he has fixing crime.
As per usual.
Wow, he looked really stupid. Half of this chase
His,
scene is
his,
just him looking back and saying, haha.
his grandmother and his brother are just walking the streets eating ice cream in the middle of the night. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
Well, considering the power went off earlier, no, you know what? No. No, I don't trust any of this. Oh shit, wall! Crash!
And then suddenly they've just lost him.
You know what I do like about the movies like this, though? The practical effects. Because, like, CGI, they didn't have much use for it, and probably didn't have the budget for it. So it's all just actual mechanics, and I kind of like
Yeah,
that.
that's true. Son
Okay,
of a buck.
so you can use the word blunt, but you can't use the word bitch.
Son of a buck.
Son of a patootie! No,
Aw.
don't do the finger press like it's a real thing that humans do.
What
Okay,
the
first of
what?
all, stop with the running joke, and second of all, don't throw something at the dog.
Poor dog.
Yeah, try 30. Max.
No.
I blame you for that, Lindy. I blame you for them using the word fly. That's your
Ah,
fault.
I was not even there.
You don't know that. He could be.
Exactly. I mean, Fresh Prince. seven
Oh
foot
my
six.
god, I know someone like that.
I
He
know
goes
an
to my spin
African
class.
American.
I mean, how else are we supposed to know that he's a gang leader if he doesn't have a giant $sign gold medallion? You know?
I mean, it came with the eye patch and the beret. He doesn't eat pork for like what, religious reasons or
Maybe he doesn't like the fact that they've got like non-meat guff in it. I don't know. I'm not trying to understand this movie. I'm just trying to enjoy it. Why did they take the dog?
like seriously.
Riding up front with them as well?
This
Gang leader
cannot be
says, "Oh
saved.
look, there's steel. Let's shoot the car. Dog is dead. Richard Roundtree is dead. Don't see him wearing no armor." Why are we making some sort of deal with the chuds again?
Oh my lord.
Oh my god, it's red
Oh
and blinking. That can't be good.
no. And it's beeping.
Uh, I mean, what time is this? There is no one around. This guy just laughs at anything. He gets really excited. On one hand, I admire his positivity. On the other hand, just you gotta even
It's
out
like,
a little bit, man.
nothing has even like properly happened yet and he's already just super psyched.
Oh, and she has satellites that Google Earth the fucking streets of LA.
Is there
Sure,
anything like
sure.
is there anything that she cannot hack into?
I would have loved it if she just tuned into, and now welcome to Rockin' with the 80s.
I'm really bothered by how unbothered this dog is.
Just a very chill dog.
Yeah.
Oh, the Federal Reserve. You always see these in movies. The Federal Reserve.
Reserve.
Are there actual places like that? Is that real or is it just movies?
I think they actually exist.
I just always assumed it was like, you know, White Castle, the restaurant. I don't think that place actually exists. I think it's just in that Harold and Kumar movie. I don't know, because we don't have them over here.
The Federal Reserve is it's actually a building, but it's in New York.
I guess they moved it to LA for the movie. That's a lateral move, they thought. That's smart. Who's going to try to tack it in LA?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so Steele shows up, instant police officers. But aside from the security guards here, no police presence.
None.
Don't worry, we'll be able to defend them. We've got flashlights.
Didn't they have surveillance cameras?
I don't know. And again, they shoot them with lasers.
Like, ain't nobody got a real gun in this piece.
And it doesn't even kill them. It hurts them, but it doesn't kill them. Like, do you know what kills people? Bullets. They're very good at killing people. Efficient. Oh no, that guy who double-crossed people is Oh no, it's him. I just assumed that it was Bender's fault.
You know.
Superboy. Wait, no, the other guy. Because that what's happened in the Death of Superman comics. 4 different Superman pretenders came out: Steel, Superboy, Cyborg, Superman, and this guy called the Vindicator.
The Vindicator.
It's like this robot thing from Krypton. I don't know. It was a very, very stupid storyline.
Goodness gracious. There's just a lot of sparks flying and not much else at the moment.
That can deflect heat? How does all this stuff fit in his fucking hammer?
Like, it all just comes out of the same.
Does it have TARDIS material? I don't understand.
What? Just tear gas? Lasers?
He saw it coming, didn't even try and move. I swear that's like 50% of our dialogue now is just Johnny.
Pretty much.
Johnny. Oh, now the police come. 1 police car. Fucking litter in LA and they send a whole squad. But this guy.
Like, when he was on that motorcycle, there were like 18 cars.
And a helicopter. Oh, it's the same guys! Yes! I just want an endless clip of them trying to get this guy and failing. I love that brand of helicopter.
Boo. What? Oh no. Poor guy.
Oh crap, I'm gonna be the final season of the ER death person thing.
People just love to blow stuff up. He's just got like that
You're
one cut
really
on his
heavy and
chin.
you're right on top of me.
Seriously, all of these explosions, and he just has like that one cut on his chin.
Crap, my chin hurts so bad.
And then that cut is gone.
Deterrent?
Are those diamonds? Oh no, they're just a bunch of jacks.
That's. I mean, that's just going to delay traffic, man. Oh, but now there's a ton of cars around. Earlier, when they're robbing the bank, Federal Reserve or whatever, no cars. Now,
Nobody.
uh,
The what?
oh my god! I thought he was going to like cut that guy in half,
You know
and that police officer now has chemical burns.
what?
Like,
Dude,
that bike is so cool, but he's doing so much bad with it.
like he's endangering so many people just to chase bank robbers.
You know, they say they're recording all of this stuff, but they don't send it to the military. Say, here, we have proof that some of these guns that you say weren't missing are missing.
Mm.
Like, they have video proof. You don't have to do it by yourself, Shaq. I'm sorry, are those Nazis?
Oh my god!
Why?
Literal skinheads. Ah,
I'm sorry, what criminals are these? The dressing gown mafia? American folklore is weird. There, I
it,
said it.
it is so strange. Like people taking pride in dying for stuff. Americans do have a really unhealthy obsession with like martyrdom.
Hmm. Because it comes from like the romanticization of the American Revolution. Like, what was it? Nathaniel, what's his face? Who's like, my only regret is I have one life to give my country,
Mm.
and it, which doubtful that happened. But you know, even if it did, it's really weird. But it's always other people sacrifice themselves. It's never you.
Mm.
Don't you do the finger thing? Oh, you did the finger thing. People are metal, Shaft.
Oh my god. And again, this weird macho bullshit of like, being tough on someone is how you're like this whole tough love thing. It's just I've always thought it was so weird.
Yeah, it.
The idea that you show somebody affection by having like the most dangerous expectations for them is just weird.
Not even my dad, who is ex RAF, was in the Falklands, worked for the Ministry of Defence. Uh, uber alpha male kind of guy ever treated me like that. So that
Mm.
says something. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're whispering because she's baking the souffle. They're still doing that.
Is she still making that darned souffle?
It's her one goal in life. This is her Everest.
Yo, souffles are very fickle. They're super tough to make.
Oh god, we're gonna get some Aunt May type speech, but it's all gonna be whispers.
Hear an aid.
That was terrifying. When she whispered, "Don't play with me, boy," that was the scariest thing in this movie. No! The souffle! Also, you didn't come through the door, and he got.
No!
Granny gonna kill you now! You see, that guy came through the door. That makes sense. But the guy came through a window?
Just crashed through the window.
Oh, typical American police. They don't announce themselves. They don't present badge.
Nope, nope. I think the United States is the only place in the world where SWAT teams and police enforcement, like law enforcement, can just have no knock warrants.
I mean, I don't know what the legality of that is over here in the UK, but I like to think that, that's illegal. You have to identify yourselves.
I mean, that's how Breonna Taylor was killed. They had a no
Yeah.
knock warrant. They just came in the middle of the night and they shot her. Is that the older couple from before?
Looks
Who were
like it,
not?
yeah. Even though he took the law into his own
Own
hands.
hands. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I saw him. He was pressing down on my junk when he was on top of me. I'm never going to be able to have kids. Like, I'm sorry. I know he's like most of him was covered, but it's so obviously him. It's
I mean,
so obviously. I'm sorry. Do you see any other 7 foot tall basketball players around here?
oh snap!
He's changing hearts and minds,
Oh,
but he's still incarcerated. Ah, what was I expecting? And they didn't search him for his earpiece.
you know.
Yeah, they're not going to. Who are you talking to? Is that an earpiece in your ear? None of these questions and more will be asked. Then, oh
Oh
god.
my god.
I'm sure no Nazis in the future will ever take advantage of the internet. Oh, this is. I mean, I want to make fun of this, but it's also kind of what's going on now.
It's kind of scary because it only seems to be getting worse. How dare you call Shaq a fruitcake?
He is a cinnamon roll. And yet you still won't have as much as Jeff
Jack a
Bezos.
millionaire.
Yeah, stealing people's signatures for. Oh, I mean, they're the good
Oh my
guys. They're
lord.
obviously the good guys, but. Yeah, because you can get straight through to the district attorney. Like I used to work in a call center doing
Uh-huh.
surveys, and for one project, one of those surveys, we had to call up local politicians, like very low level politicians. We still had to go through like 5 secretaries just to talk with the people that we actually
Mm.
wanted to talk to, and this is the
It,
DA.
yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. Films like this always make everything so cut and dry and so simple. In reality, there's just so much red tape to go through.
Yeah, and also you don't have to deal with the fact that there are 7 foot tall metal people roaming the streets. So,
As one does.
oh man, now I'm a fruitcake. Because you have access to satellite links. What is your budget? Like your personal budget? Are you all the next Deca millionaires? Yeah, no, broken rib, you can barely move, let alone talk.
I mean, broken ribs could actually like puncture your lung.
It treats it like, just a minor cut.
Like, damn, son. Ah!
You're becoming staticky.
Go back for her, Shaq.
Graffiti. That's how you know it's a bad place.
It's a rough neighborhood.
Like I like that it was a hammer, but it's basically just become a big gun. Like it's
And a
actually
tear
kind
gas
of.
dispenser. Is there something like inherently like more aggressive about Dobermans? They always have the same kind of dog.
I mean, they're good trained as guard dogs, but they're no more aggressive than any other dog breed. It's just something that popularly used for. Like because when I'm out walking my parents' dog, we sometimes see this guy with this Doberman, and the Doberman's the sweetest thing. So
Mm. But you know who's vicious as hell?
Chihuahuas,
Chihuahuas.
yeah. I've also met Chihuahuas, and they're angry at human beings and God for the state that they're in. Just angry at the world, and they can't do anything about it because their brains are the size of peanuts.
Did you I remember once seeing this video where it was this guy, this very, very short man. He must have been just like over 5 feet, maybe even yeah. And he was like the angriest human being you will ever meet. And he was just going on and on about how women treat short men like shit. And I'm like, people don't like you because you're an obnoxious little a-hole. I mean, this guy was a human chihuahua, bruh.
He sounds like a human. I'm getting a good mental picture.
Sparky.
Well, this is going to be easy. I'm just going to lie here and do nothing. Oh, he's an Australian criminal.
That's a first.
I'm not saying Australia doesn't have criminals. Hell, how do you think Australia got started? But
Yeah. Oh shit!
Oh no, the guy who's popular for double crossing people double crossed.
You smoked him like a blunt.
It's not about the money, it's about sending a message.
It's about the power.
Sir, he's. Oh, you mean this guy? Oh, thank God. I thought you meant the steel guy, because he's so heavy. So heavy, sir. Oh, he's modeling it like a car show.
He just rolls it.
This is our latest model, modeled by the beautiful Slash.
Amen. You lied.
I'm not just going to shoot you right here and now. Oh, oh
I
no,
knew
the
the
vicious
dog was
golden
gonna do
retriever.
something. I knew she was gonna.
Goodest girl.
Exactly.
He's just letting him speak. He is not just immediately killing him. Why?
Why are you showing him how to use your weapon?
Oh gee, I wonder if he'll turn the red switch. Why are you even listening to him?
Like, he is literally wearing a metal suit of armor. All he has to do is tackle this guy.
And I can't do anything by myself. I'm just Richard Roundtree. It's so tantalizing.
So tempting. Must resist.
Oh no, this somehow backfired. Oh shit.
Oh, what?
Oh shit!
Well, I'll be.
That's cool. That's just cool.
And she's just spinning around like ba 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 ba.
You don't see Professor X with a chair like that.
I just love the look on her face. Ooh.
And it's supercharged.
Go
Why
out of
wasn't
that.
she the main character?
She seems to be doing a lot of the brain work here. Ooh.
See, they do have, like, real guns. So the whole gun-friendly kid message just sort of falls flat. I'm not going to let you get arrested, which was the whole point I became Steel in the first place.
You know, just letting the criminals go. Oh no, not his little brother. Run, kid! Ah!
Grenade!
Oh, snap.
And the grenade hasn't blown up yet because...
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
he's going to save the day with a basketball shot? Really?
How long does it take for this grenade to go off? Yay!
And that actor has had a really deep voice as well, so it's extra funny. It's the latest Transformers line.
Oh no. Woo!
He got reversed Kamehameha'd. He'll walk it off. He'll be fine. Maybe through the giant hole in the wall you made earlier? There's so much smoke, I've turned into Velma from Scooby-Doo.
I can't see a thing without my glasses. Oh my gosh.
I'll be Steel Jr.
Don't tell grandma.
Oh, please, please, please tell me the Nazis get arrested. Please.
So now there's like a whole cavalcade of them?
As the military, we have the authority to arrest civilians.
Uh,
Crap, I've been wrong about everything this whole movie.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, I don't know what phones are. I think they're trying to trace this call.
Oh.
But apparently the military can't compete with this one wheelchair-bound tech wonderkind, apparently. What do you think? 90s Justice League. I think it could work.
Doesn't it take like 20 seconds to trace the location of a phone?
Well, not when you're doing hashtag hacking trademark.
Arnold.
Oh.
Is this Jamaican?
This is Schwarzenegger voice. But here's the thing, I can believe real life Arnold Schwarzenegger secretly defends America from its greatest threats. Wait a minute. Have they did it? Did they manage to do it? I think they did.
Is that the souffle? Oh. Eh.
Oh, no. Never mind.
Oh, bummer.
I heard that he solved 3 crimes. What a hero.
Mm-mm-mm.
Wait.
could it be?
We have souffle!
Yay!
I mean, these are the real emotional stakes of the movie, right there.
Well, of course. I mean, this is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Was that some sort of lesson? Because John Henry has always been trying really hard this whole movie, like he never gave up or anything.
Yeah.
Well, the...
Oh my God. It's a miracle.
They love each other, but they're only gonna hug.
They'll never make babies like that.
And that was Steel. Stick with us for the credits because there's lots of people's names that we have to make fun of. It's that. I mean, you can't hate this movie. I've tried ever since I first, but it's unhateable. It's stupid. It's silly, but it's so charming.
It is, isn't it? It's got like a certain clumsiness that makes it kind of endearing. But at the same time, like everyone is just, so likable.
And I don't know, because to quote another, or paraphrase another DC movie, it's not the film we needed, but it is the film we deserved. What we needed was something like Blade, which we would get just a few years later, that would really propel comic book movies forward and make them a much more serious, much more grounded, much more respectable subgenre. But this movie is just something that you can just really enjoy. Because I don't really enjoy Blade. Like, it's cool, but it's not something I can really, have fun with.
Yeah. True story.
And it's because they kind of... Like, it's so silly, but they take it so seriously. Like, there's emotional stakes and, quiet scenes. And they actually try to develop the characters, which is more than a lot of other films at this time were doing.
That's true.
It feels very, again, to reference another DC movie, it's very reminiscent of the Schumacher Batman movies, except nowhere near as gay. It's just... You want to compare it to modern day superhero movies, but that's not really fair on either the modern day superhero movies or this movie, because they're so completely different in terms of tone and what they were going for. But maybe, that's the thing though. I think in some way we had to go through movies like this to get to what we had. Because if we had started, imagine if this movie, Steel, took itself entirely in terms of tone as seriously as Blade did. Would it work?
I think it would be very difficult to like
if
that was the case, because then you would realize that that it thinks that it's something that it's not.
Oh, we've got a song by Shaquille O'Neal as well. This movie has a song performed by Shaquille
God.
I love this movie. It's not something I care to revisit for anything other than like this, but it's a lot of fun. And frankly, it's what we need right now. We didn't need it back then in 1997, but we kind of need it now just to relax and have a good time.
And also, I know that there's a lot of shooting and there's a lot of but there is a part of it that also, it feels kind of family friendly in a way.
Very wholesome. As family friendly as the late 90s could get.
Yeah. It's definitely more family friendly than, say, like Terminator.
Yeah, and yet they still try to market that to kids.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well. Well, and so that was Steel. I had an absolute blast watching this with you, Lindy.
Oh, yeah, me too. It's a treasure trove of hilarious commentary.
I like to
And
think we enhanced the movie somewhat. I think we've added something unique.
yeah, yeah. And it was a, I mean, it was a day well spent.
Absolutely. And so that's when I encourage you to do capers, because there are going to be a lot of tough times ahead for all of us.
Mm,
But just
mm.
every once in a while, take a minute to just take care of yourselves, put on something silly and easy, and just have fun, because that'll get you through the days, weeks, and months, and possibly even years to come. And
Mm.
if nothing else, something you can take from this movie is a person who saw his community going to hell and stood up and said, I'm going to put something positive towards it. I cannot, in all good conscience, recommend or condone you putting on a suit of armor and swinging a big mat around, but maybe there's something else you could do. And on that note, I think we're going to end the show. Thank you very much, Lindy, for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
And if you enjoy the show, Capers, please tell your friends, shout it from the rooftops. And if you haven't already, go back and listen to some of our other super episodes, like our previous audio commentaries. We're going to keep doing some more of these. And you can listen to the show on iTunes, Podbean, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, or at podcapers.com. If you want to get in touch with us, suggest show topics, or maybe come on the show yourself, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at APTYC. Thank you very much to Dan Harris for our logo, the lovely microphone, the red and blue 3D glasses. Those are mine. And thank you for listening. This has been Podcapers, the official podcast of A Place to Hang Your Cape. Cue the music!